welcome back to yoga. This is our gentle yoga class. So today we're going to keep it on the floor. So no chair yoga today, but you do need maybe a blanket or a towel, and that's just for comfort. And then also a strap. So I'm using this band that is stretchy, but you can grab a belt, a dog leash, or even like a dish towel or a hand towel. Just something that's going to help you get into position a little bit better. Also, if you do have blocks, this is not necessary, but if you do have blocks, or like sometimes I've seen people stack up toilet paper or paper towels, that just might help you just pushing up and maybe assisting getting into a posture a little bit better or deeper. All right, so we are going to go ahead and start. I have my blanket unfolded here, and that's just for comfort. We're going to start in a child's pose. So child's pose, your feet are together. Your knees are apart about the width of your mat. You're just going to reach forward and spread your fingers wide. Bring your head to the mat. We're going to start to settle in here on our mat. So one thing I'm going to mention, if you do have tight hip flexors and you feel this pinching, you can bring your knees together, and that might feel a little bit better. So this is how we're going to start. We're going to just take a few moments to get settled in on our mat and focus on our breath. So I want you to notice what your breath is doing, not changing anything. You can stay there in the child's pose. And then start to deepen your inhales and your exhales. So you're finding a little rhythm to your breath. And after the next exhale, we're going to start to walk the hands over to the right. So just walk them over to the right, stack the left over the right, and press down. And then rainbow your hands over to the left, stack the right over the left, and press down. After the next exhale, come back to the center. Go ahead and drop the elbows down, bring the hands together in prayer, and then sink the hands to the base of the neck. This is prayer pose. After the next exhale, go ahead and stretch those arms out in front, and then gently find your way to a tabletop position. So our hands are underneath our shoulders, knees are underneath our hips. We're going to begin by doing a few cat-cows here. On the inhale, soft bend of the elbow, drop the belly, take the gaze up to the ceiling. And then exhale, press the mat away, gaze through the thighs. So again, inhale, looking up. And exhale, pressing the mat away. Again, inhale. You can start to move on your own breath and your own pace here. Maybe adding extra movement side to side or back and forth. Just make sure you're staying with your breath. And then we'll take one more round of breath here. And we'll come back to a neutral tabletop. And And then I want you to think about moving side to side. So as you're moving side to side, you're pretending to draw your elbow to your hip and then back to center, and then that left elbow to hip. So we're just moving side to side, feeling a stretch in our side body. And then we'll come back to that neutral position, working on a little bit of balance work. I want you to go ahead and think about taking your belly button, pulling it up to the spine. So we're engaging the core. And go ahead and reach that right foot back. So we're reaching it back, squeezing through the glute and the hamstring. And holding, and then bringing the knee back underneath the hip. Let's do the same thing on the left side. Left leg goes up, squeeze the glute, squeeze the hamstring, squeezing through the core, and then bring the knee back underneath the hip. So this is how we're gonna take that right leg up. If you feel balanced here, you can start to work that left arm up. So again, we are squeezing through our core, our belly, our hamstring, our glute, making one long line from our fingers to our toes. And then bring it back down. Same thing, left leg goes up, right arm goes up. This is a spinal balance. And then back down. We're gonna do one more on each side. So right leg, left arm. Again, the arm is optional. Back down. And then left leg, right arm. Maybe even feeling a little core, heat in the core as we do this. Good. All right, then take a few more rounds of that cat-cow. So inhaling, looking up, exhaling, rounding out the back. We'll take about 3 rounds of breath through cat-cow. And after that next exhale, we're gonna come back to center. Again, we're gonna lift that right leg, but we're gonna take it all the way over, cross over the left leg. All right, so you're on the ball of the foot on the left, or the right leg, sorry. So on an inhale, come forward a little bit, exhale, press back. So you might feel a stretch there in the left glute. Yeah. So I'm pressing through the ball of the foot, so I'm pressing my heel back, and then we take my gaze over my left shoulder. And then bring the knee back underneath the hip. And we're gonna take that left leg up, cross it over the right leg, find the ball of the foot. Inhale, come forward, exhale, press back. So I call this kneeling pigeon. It's a little bit like pigeon, not quite as intense, but a nice little stretch there in the glute and piriformis. And you can take your gaze over your right shoulder. And then bring the knee back underneath the hip. Bring the hands slightly in front. We're gonna lower down all the way to our belly. And then send the elbows underneath the shoulders. Roll all the way up. Spread the collarbone wide. Relax the glutes. Maybe shake them side to side. A little compression in the lower back. And then your gaze can go up or down, whatever feels good for your neck. Or you can keep it neutral. This is called Sphinx pose. Little back extension. And then go ahead and bring the chest all the way back down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And then we're gonna press back to our child's pose. So take the knees wider. Take an inhale and then exhale. We're gonna make a little child's pose to cobra flow. So you're gonna come back up, lower down to the belly. Inhale, hug the elbows in, take a cobra. Exhale, back down. And then press back to your child's pose. We'll take a breath, inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale, come forward, lower down. Inhale, take a cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale. Exhale, press back to your child's pose. Take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale. Exhale, press back to that child's pose. And we'll take about 3 breaths here. Maybe this time flip the palms up. See if you feel anything different. And go ahead and press all the way back up to your tabletop. All right. So we're going to take the right leg out in front. So you're framing the foot with your hands. So the right leg is in front. This is runner's lunge. If you have blocks and you feel like you want those blocks or stacked books or whatever's on the side, you can grab those. So we're pressing the hip forward, but you're not dumping into the belly. We're just going to breathe here. Trying to get the sole of the foot down here in the front. Good. And then we're going to rock back. When you rock back, bring the heel up, or toe up, heel is on the ground. All right. Then I want you to think about drawing that right hip in line with the left, straightening the leg. And we're just breathing into that hamstring. Good. So again, if you have blocks or something that you can stack, sometimes that helps getting into that position. And then go ahead and walk your hands forward. We're going to place the sole of the foot back down for that runner's lunge. Take another breath here. Inhale. And then exhale. Go ahead and bring the knee back underneath the hip. Take a few more cat-cows. And then we'll move to the other side. All right, so when you're ready, we're going to reach the left foot forward. You can help it forward. We're going to bring the foot in line with the hands. So it's framing the foot. And then again, if you want to walk your hands up, you can, or you can just stay where you're at, or you can use those blocks. It's runner's lunge. You probably feel a nice stretch there in the front of your right thigh. Good. Take one more inhale. Exhale. You're just going to press back a little bit. So the toe is up, heel is down. And then again, I'm going to draw that left hip in line with the right. So I feel that stretch in the hamstring. Good. Take another inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and place the foot back down. And then you can just return to that tabletop position. We're going to go back through that child's pose to cobra flow. So if you remember, your hands are slightly in front. We're going to lower down to our belly. Inhale, hug the elbows in, cobra. Exhale, back down. Good. Inhale, press up to that child's pose. Take the knees wide, take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Good. Exhale, back down. Inhale, press up and back to your child's pose. Take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come forward. We're going to do that one more time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale, press up. And find your child's pose. Take about 3 breaths. After the next exhale, press up to your tabletop position. And again, we're going to reach that right foot out in front. Okay, so we're framing the foot. Good. If you can, I want you to thread your fingers and press the chest up. So I'm threading my fingers and I'm using my thigh as a little bit of resistance. There you go. Good. Take about a couple breaths here. If you feel comfortable, you can sweep the arms up. So we're pretending like this is like a crescent lunge or like a warrior one, kneeling. Good. Take another inhale. And exhale. Okay, go ahead and bring the hands back to the thigh. I want you to take your left leg and then kind of pivot to the side. So you're opening the hips here. So my shin now is parallel to my mat, but my leg is in front is still, the knee is over the ankle. So we're pretending this is warrior two. So if you feel comfortable, lift the arms and then soften the shoulders. You take your gaze over your front hand. Take another inhale. And exhale. Good. Okay, we're going to flip the right palm up and then lean back. So this is reverse warrior. So I'm bringing my hand to the ground. Maybe you can't quite get there. That's okay. Do what you can. Maybe you have your block behind you. Take another inhale. Exhale. Come back to your warrior two. Take another inhale. And exhale. Okay, so we're going to pivot back. You can windmill the hands down. You can bring that right or left knee back in line and just step back to your tabletop position. Awesome. All right, go ahead and reach that left foot in between your hands. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're in our runner's lunge. Just taking a few deep breaths here. And then, if you can, thread your fingers, press up, and press back. So I'm really feeling this stretch in my right thigh, the front of the right thigh. And then again, if you feel comfortable, you can sweep the arms up, or you can just stay there. You can hold your fingers to your thigh too. Take another inhale. Exhale, you're going to open up the hips. Remember, we're going to take the right leg back. So now it's parallel to the back of our mat, opening up the hips. I'm sorry, I'll turn around so you can see me here. So we're opening up the hip. My left knee is still over my left ankle. And then if I feel comfortable, I'm going to bring my arms up. So whenever I'm trying to balance, I always come back to my breath. Maybe I take my gaze over my front hands. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a pretty good stretch in my inner thigh. Feels really nice. All right, we're going to flip the left palm up and then inhale, reverse your warrior. Okay, good. So we're reversing the warrior. And then go ahead and windmill the hands down. Frame the foot, take the right knee back in line, bring the left knee back underneath the hip, and we're going to do that cobra child's pose again. So go ahead and lower down. Inhale, take a cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale, press up to your child's pose. Take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down to the stomach. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale, press up. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale, press back and take another few breaths here. And then go ahead and find your tabletop position again. Good. All right. We're going to add on a little bit to our flow. So you're going to reach your right foot out. So right foot is framed by our hands. Thread the fingers, press up. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. If you feel comfortable, sweep the arms up. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and pivot on that leg. Open up for your warrior two. Good. You can take the gaze over the front hand. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so go ahead and flip that right palm up. Reverse your warrior. Reach back. Inhale. And exhale. On the inhale, come up. Good. And we're going to windmill the hands down to frame the foot. We're going to bring that left knee back in line. And then I'm going to have you heel toe the foot a little bit further to the side. So you're going to work your way to the side. All right, so we're going to come into what's called lizard lunge. So lizard lunge, you can stay here on your hands, or you can lower down to your elbows or your forearms. That feels better, or you can use blocks and lower down. Awesome. So we're just getting a little bit deeper into the hip here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, press up. Heel toe the foot back into the center. Frame the foot. And then bring the knee back in line with the hip. Good. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Reach that left foot out in front. I'm just going to change positions so you can see me. And then thread the fingers, press up. Take a few breaths here. If you feel comfortable, you can sweep the arms up. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Go ahead and pivot. So if you need to bring your hands down, pivot, bringing that right leg parallel to your mat. And we're opening up for warrior two. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Go ahead and flip that left palm up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach back. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to come back to our T. And then slowly work our way back to that lunge where your right knee is also in line with the hip. We're going to heel toe the foot out to the edge of the mat. So I'm just walking it out. And we're going to come into the lizard lunge on the other side. So again, you can stay here on the hands. You can go down to the elbows. Take another inhale. And then exhale, work your way back up. We're going to heel toe the foot back in. And then bring it back in line for our tabletop position. Awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and come to our hip and swing the legs around. I'm now going to grab my strap, or again, you can grab your towel, whatever you have. Slowly going to work my way down to my back. Okay. All right, so if you have your towel, you're just going to hold it on the sides here, like it's a strap. All right, so I'm going to take my right leg, straighten it out. I'm going to bring that right foot, the ball of the foot, put my strap in there, and I'm just going to raise it up. All right, so I'm going to try to find my edge where it's uncomfortable, but it doesn't hurt. So maybe I pull it a little bit closer, like I'm pulling it closer to my face. So I'm just going to breathe here. And then slowly, I'm going to work my way down. So my leg is gonna come across my body all the way over to the left. So it's like a little twist here. I'm gonna try to keep my shoulders on the ground. Maybe take the gaze over to the right. And if you have to bend your knee, you can do that. That's okay. You can bend your knee. You're still gonna get a nice twist there. And then inhale, come all the way back up to the middle. And we're just gonna switch up our feet. All right, so that left foot's gonna go in, my right leg's gonna go out long. Shoulders are on the ground. And then I'm gonna find that edge where it's a little uncomfortable but not painful. I'm gonna pull it just a little bit closer to me. Maybe flex through the foot like you're trying to drive the heel to the ceiling. And then go ahead and take the right or left leg across your body to the right. Slowly bring the leg back up. You're gonna remove the strap. Let's go ahead and bring both feet to the ground and just take a few windshield wipers here side to side. Okay, one more before we move into Shavasana. All right, the left foot's gonna stay planted on the ground. My right leg is gonna go up. I'm gonna point and flex and then bend at the knee. I'm gonna bring my ankle to the top of the thigh there. All right, so this may be enough for some people. I'm gonna take my shoulders off the ground, grab my hamstring or my shin. The shin's gonna be more intense. And then I'm gonna lean all the way back. So I feel a nice little stretch there in my hip. And then go ahead and place the left foot down. The right sole of the foot can come down to the mat. Then I'm gonna bring that left leg up, point and flex at the foot, bend at the knee, and then go ahead and try to grab the shin or the hamstring and lean all the way back. Go ahead and drop the foot back down. And then bring the left foot back down. We'll take a few more windshield wipers here. And then go ahead and just stretch the legs out in front. Let the feet fall gently to the side. Hands can come to the side. We're going to settle in for our final resting posture, our Shavasana. So just relax, melt into your mat here. See if you can find tension left in your body and just let that all go. Let your breath become more automatic. I'm gonna leave you here for as long as you need. You wanna stay here for a minute, 10 minutes, whatever you want. Just come out very gently, very slowly, work your way back up. We're always very, very grateful for you. We're very grateful you joined us today. Hope that you have a great rest of the day, and namaste.